Hello, Triple Click fans. So thank you so much for doing the survey for Rose City. Congratulations to Walter for winning the free 8x10 for filling out the survey. After these big conventions, I do a survey. So if you watch the Facebook page, then you have a chance to win a free 8x10. But because you guys filled out all of your feedback and did this survey, I wanted to do a quick FAQ video. So these are questions that I get at the booth along with a bunch of the ones that I saw in the survey. So I'm just gonna run down the list. So here we go. Question number 1, why are there 3 photos? It's pretty fundamental, but the biggest variation that I get of this one is I like this photo, I don't like this photo, can I just pay for that one? Well, Triple Click Photo was actually designed so that you get 3 different photos because not every photo is going to look amazing with every costume. Now, it's really evolved a lot more since the initial processes, but the original idea was that you get a nice, clean one on a white background so you can really easily see all of your costume's details, or if you have a bright, happy character, it fits well with that character. Photo number 2 was that it had the dark moody. So it's a little more artistic, it's a low-key photo, and it looks really good if you have armor, or if you have a villain, or you have something like that. It has since evolved, every single one's different to show a little bit more of the face because this is just such a popular one. But yeah, photo number 2 is that dark backlit low key. And photo number 3 was actually originally designed, I want it to look like a Renaissance painting. So I wanted it to have that Rembrandt lighting, I wanted to bring in that splash of color, I wanted it to look significantly different than the first 2. So people have asked, what is the filter that you apply? It's not a filter. All of this is done in camera through 3 different lighting setups. So that way you get the clean white one, you get the dark moody backlit one, and you get the one with the cool color that makes it look more like a cover or a hero pose or a Renaissance painting, whatever have you. So yeah, those are the 3 different setups. So it doesn't matter which of those 3, as long as you like one of those 3, you get all of them. That is the whole foundation behind Triple Click. But yeah, I get that question all the time, so I did want to explain it to you guys. All right, question number 2 is, can you help me with posing? And the answer is yes. Yes, I absolutely can. So if you check out the iCard, I did a video where Deadpool, we did a photo shoot that was several hours long, and we went through hundreds of poses, and I have these posing charts where you can get good poses of your cosplay if you don't have any ideas. So generally what I do when you hop into the booth is I will let you do your thing. There are returning people that say, oh, I've been thinking about this and I have the idea for posing. I'm gonna let you do that pose. Do that pose first. Option number 2 is Deadpool is there with kind of some stock photos, and actually all of those photos were specifically chosen because after several Comic-Cons, those were the ones that were most often posed by you, the cosplayer. So that's what I had my Deadpool do. Originally, I was actually just going to pull your photos, and my wife said, wouldn't it be funny if Deadpool did all of them, everything from the katanas to the guns to the Hello Kitty blowing a kiss. So yeah, so he is doing the poses that you most often choose, so that is another option. Option number 3 is if you didn't have an idea and you didn't see anything on the board, then I'm happy to help you. Sometimes I need to know a little bit more about your character, but Triple Click is my side gig. I am a full-time photographer, and this is kind of an add-on to my main business. So I shoot portraits. I know how to make you look good, and I'm gonna make that happen. Usually when you hop up there and you say I need some help with posing, that's okay. I want you to ask with help with posing, and then I'll kind of walk you through, tell me a little bit about your character, we'll come up with an idea, boom. So that is one of the advantages to having a professional photographer on the other side of the lens rather than a photo booth or an amateur with the light set up. So the next question is, why don't you have couples? Well, generally, this was set up to, I didn't think about couples. I designed this whole booth around one person getting that one photo of their cosplay, and but I noticed that a lot of you do couples pictures or family pictures or group pictures. So I am working on making it more accessible, and every single time I do this booth, it changes at least a little bit. At first, I made the photos just better quality from the first time that I did this booth. And then I rearranged the lights so bigger costumes could get in and costumes with less visibility so you wouldn't trip on things. I'm just constantly tweaking and adding and changing to make this a better experience. So if you've been by the booth and there's something that you want to see differently, leave me a comment. I'm constantly looking at ways to make it better. But yes, you can do couples, and I'm working on ways to extend that. You just got to get real close and real comfy. So the next question I get is, can I do background replacements? Basically a green screen. Well, you can choose the green colored background and you can do that yourself. There are several reasons why I don't offer green screen. One, there are a lot of other photo booths that already do this. These photo booths are mainly for charity, so they are donation based, and I'm not competing with them. They do their thing, I do mine. So you are not going to see a green screen photo booth at TripleClick. That being said, this was designed so that you have studio quality photos and you have the different lighting setup. So if you have one of those lighting setups that looks really good in a certain background, then yes, you can buy the high resolution one, cut it out, and it'll look amazing in that background. What I don't want to see is more of these very flat, generic looking, oh, it was very clearly on a green screen. It feels cheesy and it feels cheap, and I don't want to do that to you guys. So yes, you can absolutely buy the high res and you can cut them out and put them on a background, but that is not something I'll be doing in the near future. Another thing that I get asked a lot is, can you do full length? The reason why this was not designed for full length is pretty much just because of space. So at a lot of these bigger conventions, it costs me about $1,000 per 10 square feet. So until I come into the lottery, full length just isn't feasible. I literally just need more space. So if you know of a smaller convention where I can have all the space I want, I would be happy to talk with you about that and experiment with doing full-length portraits. But until that changes, or until I hit the lottery, these are going to be headshots. So I highly encourage, if you're looking for full length, you can message me. I do cosplay portraits, and I'd be happy to do a full photo shoot with you. Here are just a couple of the ones that I've done with a couple other cosplayers, but yeah, message me and I'd be happy to set that up for you. Another question I got a lot on the survey was, I wish you had prints for sale. And in fact, I do have prints for sale. So you can buy one of these 8x10s here. We got a lot of different options. And that is why these books are out as well, so you can see the quality of them. But yeah, so you can buy 8x10s. They are discounted there at the booth. You save the $10 of the Facebook upload. They're still the same price after the convention. Or I also have 16x24s available. If you're interested in getting either an 8x10 or a 16x24, let me know before the end of the month. I will refund you $10 that you have already paid at the booth from the last con, and I'd be happy to send you that print. So some people did not know that option was available. I wanted to let you know that is available. I'd be happy to get you a print. Thanks so much for asking on that. The very last question that I had is, do you have any props available? Generally, the answer to that is no. This photo booth is for cosplayers, and that means you bring your own costume and your own props. But at this last convention, it was quite successful. I partnered with the Pacific Northwest Guild of Cosplayers. There will be a link to their site down in the description, and they provided some props. So thank them for providing some props, and if you want some props at the next convention, leave a comment with what type of props should they lend to our booth. So give a big shout out to them. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for so many people did the survey and gave me the fodder for this video, basically. So thank you so much. Keep watching those videos, keep telling me what conventions you want to be at, and I will see you next time.
That's fine. It's okay. I'm not good at this. Friendly neighborhood pool guy, back here from, you know, messing up my lines. Oh, the blooper reel on this is gonna be great.